Hey, hi, hello, welcome to Kit and Kajira Gaming. Welcome if you are new. You can call me Kike, and welcome back to the entire evolutions on a single plot. Now, in our last video, we did the outsides. Today, we're going to do the insides, and each house is still going to be representative of each evolution. So, our first house is the OG herself, Evie. So, everything in this house is going to be creams and light browns and tans and beige, but it's going to be warm and cozy and not like a sad beige mom. These houses are so small that I honestly am not 100% certain if these are even playable in some of these houses. I tried to get them as playable as possible, but I didn't actually test it out. So if you guys are interested in getting these houses on the gallery, let me know in the comments down below and I will post them and just pray for the best. I'm not, again, 100% certain that these will be completely playable, so if you do download them off the gallery, you'll probably just have to make some changes yourself. Like, especially with this table, I ended up having to swap the table for a counter and putting a bar stool here instead. We still have our single counter for, like, food prep and stuff, and a little entertainment center under the bed. I'm hoping this all works out. I really should play test this, but this was so cute. I added, again, lots of coziness with lace and just some solid browns, and I made it warm and cozy and added some fairy lights up the top because what is more cozy than fairy lights literally everywhere? Now for Flareon's house, of course, with Flareon being the fire Pokemon, we tried to make her as red and moody as possible. I really loved this like lava stone flooring that I found. I believe this is from Island Living, but I think it just adds to that whole her entire house is on fire kind of vibe. Putting everything in this house so far as I am reviewing the footage was the absolute hardest. I did not make her house big enough for literally anything. Um so she didn't get a dining room. She barely has a bedroom and very, very barely has a TV area. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna do what we can. I tried to squeeze as much into this tiny little space as I possibly could. So the trunk over here doubles as both her wardrobe and of course a TV stand. I just sized up the TV to make it fit. I loved adding this neon sign. I kind of wish I added more neon signs in here, but I couldn't really find any that I felt fit the vibe. But these inflatable chairs from one of the events absolutely worked. And of course, some opulent, what are these things? Curtains. These curtain things I had to add in. I don't know why, but I just felt like they kind of gave that like fiery house vibe. I don't know. We added a orange Gym Bro poster, which maybe Flareon's a Gym Bro. I did, however, find these coffee cups where the steam coming off the coffee looked like fire. So I just put it along where the rest of the kitchen would be, and then put some uppers. And I think out of this whole house, that little area is probably my favorite. We're gonna jump into Vaporeon. Vaporeon's where we start getting into the multi-level houses. I don't know why I didn't make Flareon a multi-level house. I should have, because all the other houses besides Espeon and Glaceon are also double story, but it's fine. It's whatever. It works. So with Vaporeon, with her being a water Pokemon, I am using lots of coastal colors. So we have tans, lots of light wood, and of course varying shades of blue. I used a lot of the Island Living in this build because, you know, why not? She's a water Pokemon, and that's where the water stuff is. Um, this one, I don't know. I'm not 100% sold, at least on the downstairs area. I kind of like the upstairs, and you'll see when we get to it, but I don't know. I think I just made the kitchen too big, and then I made the living area too small, and I feel like maybe I should have swapped it. But I got really tired of having super tiny kitchens with only a microwave, so I wanted to have some actual full-on appliances in her house, especially since she's got that bar and pool on the outside, so totally a party hangout entertainment spot. I would like to say I am so sorry that getting this part 2 out has taken so long. Life has kind of taken a couple of turns as the end of the school year has started showing face, and then we had some family things pop up, which have caused a lot of delays in even my streaming schedule. So I do very much apologize that designing the inside of these houses is taking forever. There is going to be a part 3 where I do a walkthrough of the completely decorated houses, because this took about 6.5 hours to film, and you guys are only seeing about 20-ish minutes of it. So it would have taken quite a long time to actually do the physical walkthroughs. So be sure to stay tuned for part 3 when I do the actual walkthroughs of this build. I will say I did learn a new trick while working on the build. If you switch to Sims 3 camera mode and then press the left alt button and your left mouse button at the same time, you can take and drag your mouse while holding left mouse button and very slightly turn your object instead of doing a right click where it like clicks it every like 45 degrees, which was such a very cool thing for me to learn. Y'all probably already knew that. I was stay years old when I learned that, so I'm sorry if I'm way behind the times on this, but I was very excited to learn that feature. A lot of my beachy prints in Vaporeon's house are actually found in debug, so be sure to turn on bb.show hidden objects and bb.show live edit objects, which will allow you to access those debug items. It's easier to find the debug items if you know where that specific item might be in which pack. So if I went into Island Living, I would select the Island Living pack from the drop down menu. And then in the search bar, I would do star debug and select any one of those, and it pulls up every item that is in Island Living. You do want to make sure you are in the like object mode, not the like room mode that you see me in right now. And make sure you have show all turned on. This was the back patio of Vaporeon, and I had no idea what to do with this little section, honestly. It was much too small for any sort of patio furniture, so plants. That was my go-to to fill any hole that I couldn't figure out what could go in it, so plants. I try to keep the plants here tropical to, match the tropical vibe. Let me know how I did. Moving on to Jolteon's house. Jolteon is the final evolution in the original set of evolutions from Gen 1, and she is lightning. My favorite part of this whole little build right here was taking these cloud lights and then the lightning decal, and I tried to keep it as far away from the wall as possible and just alt 9'd it up so it looked like it was coming out of the clouds. I love that. That was my favorite. I will say the other part of my favorite of this is using the new items from oh my gosh, it was the kitchen clutter kit that just came out. They have these like worn down, salvage, rusted kitchen items, which totally to me fit the Jolteon vibe, because I just assumed her getting either mad and like electrocuting everything, or just having such a strong surge of electricity running through her while she's trying to cook that it just lights everything on fire. These little pieces here, I believe these are from either the For Rent pack or the Journey to Batu pack, but I thought adding a bunch of these random pipes and electrical outlets was absolutely perfect and still gave that electric-y type vibe. Now the downstairs. The downstairs was such a pain. I was trying to figure out how could I also get a bathroom in here, but also a bed and a living room. This went through so many transformations while attempting to design the downstairs because her house was so thin. This was definitely a challenge for me. So I hope it works out. If you guys download this from the lot, again, let me know if you guys want these houses on the gallery, and I will figure out how to do so. But it was really rough to try to get everything that should be in a house inside a house while also building ridiculously tiny. As you can tell, most of my places did end up having this bunk bed because you can slot things underneath the bunk bed and they're completely functional. So, kind of made the bedroom also the living space and just added a tiny dresser with this really cool mirror from Werewolves and this vent, which I'm again pretty certain is from the For Rent Packer City Living. And now for the decorations, I just did a bunch of like hipster style posters, things that I wouldn't normally use, like this poster that has like a light bulb with an electricity sign on it. I tried to find the out there things that I don't put in most of my builds because I feel like they are very much Jolteon coded with being very out there. Our next super tiny home, this one gave me more problems than Flareon, and that is Espeon's little uh Romani traveling tarot card reader trailer. I loved doing the outside. I loved doing the shell of this one because I've never built anything that looked like a little traveling trailer. But the inside, y'all, the inside gave me hell. This one was so hard to do, especially with finagling the bed and the bathroom area. These little hangy divider things are from City Living and they're just perfect. They just kind of hang from the ceiling and create like a mock divider. I have no idea if this house is functional at all. I have no idea, but I loved it. It was cute, very crowded, very cozy. Made exactly how I think like a traveling tarot card reader's trailer would be. This little like paw print psychic decal, I don't remember where it is, but it is in the paintings section of the decorations, which is kind of cool. I thought it fit Espeon perfectly, along with this trio of blue, purple, and green lights. This was... I actually like this one the most so far, until you guys see the other ones. I like this one the most. Just, I don't know. It's a very warm pastel, if that makes sense. Cozy, witchy vibes, which, you know, it's cute. I like it. I'm going to say that about all of these houses that I like them, but I really think I like this one the most so far. Her little plot neighbor, of course, is Umbreon, which is the dark psychic Pokemon. Umbreon, in the lore of how you get Espeon and Umbreon, one evolves at night, one evolves in the daytime. So, of course, they had to share a lot. Umbreon's colors are black and yellow, so I did a lot of black, yellow, and gold. Now, I will say, in her house specifically, this little reading nook is not functional. I did this as decoration just because I had built her house on a diagonal, so getting stairs in here was next to impossible, so I had to use ladder wells, and that made this little area completely unusable, so I just decided to make some bookshelf bench seating with some pillows and kind of made it a little opulent looking, and I think it's adorable. I really wish it was functional. Upstairs, we have a little reading nook. This is kind of like the little living room, front room hangout area. So it's going to be bunches of reading nooks, lots of yellow circles. I double layered this circle decal from Journey to Batu and this circular rug, which I don't remember where it was from. Everything in here, if you notice, is circular because if you have seen Umbreon as a Pokemon, she's very circular. She's got circles on her forehead, circles around her ears and her tail. So I just tried to emulate that throughout the house as well. Tried to also make it very witchy, and this is what I feel like a darkened witchy-esque aesthetic would look like. Lots of tricks with using the shelf to get things to place off the grid. And then we come downstairs. Downstairs is the living area. or not the living area, excuse me. Downstairs is the kitchen area. So it's kitchen and dining room on the bottom floor. Umbreon's house is 3 stories, so that middle story is your front entrance. The downstairs is your dining room and kitchen. And then the very, very top floor, which you will see later, is the bedroom and bathroom, which gave me a ton of problems. The kitchen in here, I believe, is the biggest kitchen I've designed out of all of the houses. And so I went all out, especially with the new kitchen clutter kit. That is one of my favorite little kits that they have put together because there's just so many cute things that belong in a kitchen that you can have without having CC, which makes these builds possible for you guys if you have those packs. Now, I did go back and forth with the downstairs area quite a bit because I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to make Umbreon's space a traditional, like, stereotypical witchy area with, like, lots of herbs and lots of jars and lots of everything, or if I just wanted to kind of keep it simple because this is a very small space, and I still would at least like to attempt to have this be functional. Is it functional? I don't know. I never actually tested it. So we did the bottom, very bottom floor. We worked on the middle floor. I just had to go back in and add some curtains. I found these, which matched perfectly because they have that nice little swoop. I wanted to add a cute little reading nook on that outside front patio. I don't think this little part is functional, unfortunately. But then we're going to hop right on up into the bathroom and bedroom area. So I used the Touch of Starlight from the Love Struck collection just to add that little magical mysticalness into the bathroom, and used a lot of life and death items in here. I love these tarot card pictures that came with that pack. I think they just fit this perfectly. Also, that moon photo over the toilet, that is in debug. I don't know what pack it's in, but if you have debug open and you type in moon, these photos will come up. As you saw, Umbreon, Leafeon, and Glaceon. I don't know where my footage went. Sorry, you'll have to see it when I do a walkthrough, which will be part 3. So now we're on to Sylveon. So Sylveon is the fairy type Pokemon. She's also my absolute favorite Pokemon. Her colors are pink, white, and blue. Even her shiny variant is the same color scheme. It's just she goes from a white body to a blue body. So I really tried to embody the cute aspect of this build. I used a lot of stuff from the new kitchen clutter kit because it's all just very like kitschy and cute and like lots of pastels and blues, especially this fridge. Like, how cute is this fridge? This fridge is from that kit. It's just so it's just cute, including all of these little canisters, like this pink lidded one that's got what I'm assuming is cookies in it. I want to say this was my favorite build because she is my all-time favorite Pokemon, but you know what? I have been saying that about all of these builds as we go through. So you guys let me know in the comments down below, of the ones that you were able to see, which one is your favorite. I will be doing a complete and total walkthrough of all of these houses in a separate video. So be sure to give this video a great big thumbs up to help boost it in the algorithm. And then don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll go ding in your inbox every time I post. And of course, your support means the absolute world to me. It is what keeps me wanting to come back and post for you guys. I'm always going to be creating. I love creating. This is just what I do. This is my piece de resistance. This is my happy place when I don't really have to think and I can just build. I have noticed I don't really play The Sims a lot, but I'll build a lot in it. Her bedroom worked perfectly well with the new Pride kit that came out that was free. So I use a lot of that downstairs. I don't know where most of that clip went. It just kind of went poof. But we're working on her bathroom, and this is going to be the end of it, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. Be sure to follow me across all social media sites. That's Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. And while you guys are down in that description box, follow me across all social medias. Be sure to join the Facebook group Cozy Gamers After Dark, and I'll see you guys over there next time. Bye, guys!